So I'd like to go through each of the 4 CRUD operations for the haul model in this video, right? So we got to be able to create, update, read, and delete haul videos. We have all that functionality, but I want to make sure visually everything's there and we have all the appropriate features. So let's start first with creating a new Hall of Fame. We essentially have everything we need, except I'd like to use the new styling that we have for forms. So let's go ahead and move back to our add video. This is where we can get this awesome code for displaying a form. So we'll go ahead and just copy this. Great. And then we'll go back to our create haul. Instead of the form as P, we'll go ahead and just paste that in. We'll save this, come back and reload the page there. And, oh, I forgot the tag that we need inside of that add video. We need to use our load widget tweaks. There we go. So I'm going to copy that, come back, paste that in, save that. Now if we reload the page, okay, you can see it's looking for the title. We've got the create button. This all seems fabulous and working. So that's good to go there. Let's make a test one here. So I'll say maybe this one's going to be like music videos. Okay, so we'll go ahead and create that. I don't love that whenever we create something that it takes us back to the home page. I think the dashboard's probably a better place. So let's go to our views. Let's find our create for a haul. Awesome. So the success URL should be taking us back to dashboard, but for some reason it is taking us back to, and here's what it is. We have that custom form valid thing here, right? So we've got to make sure that we change this to say dashboard. Okay, so let's go ahead and change that. We'll save it. And let's go back to our dashboard. Let's make one more here. New haul just to check this out. We'll do something like cooking videos, create, and look at that. We come back to the dashboard where we can see, oh, there's music videos, there's cooking videos. That all looks good. Okay, so we have the create part of CRUD down. Next, let's move on to the read, aka what we've been calling the detail. So that's for if you just click on, for example, cat videos, we should have that showing up. So you can see, this isn't great, right? Like we should be displaying the actual videos here. So let's go back and we're going to borrow a lot of code from our dashboard, right? Like we're just displaying a single haul here. So we can probably just copy what we have for, displaying like the haul title and then all these different buttons here and then the for loop through the video. So let's just go ahead and copy all of this. Let's make sure that we're starting at the correct place. Okay, yeah, so we've got the for loop. Got to make sure that we have the ending div on all of that. That seems fine. I don't want this ending for loop, so we'll go ahead and just copy this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and let's put this inside of our detail haul. All right, so we still want to keep that title, still want to have the username showing up. That all seems fine. But we'll go ahead and paste in the following. Now with this, well, let's first just save this and see if it works. Everything should be working here, but let's go ahead and check that. All right, so we can see we got cat videos. We don't need to have the name cat videos showing up again and linkable, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. So let's get rid of the haul title. Okay, save and reload. All right, that's looking pretty good. The thing is that right now with the current code that we have, anybody that sees this is going to see the delete, the edit, the add video, and that's not what we're looking for, right? Like these options should not be appearing if someone's just viewing this Hall of Fame, right? Like if we log out, I'm going to copy the name here, log out, come back and put that in. I wonder why that's not showing up there. We have Hall of Fame 2. Oh, there we go. And the ending slash. Right, so here with this, like I'm not logged in. I shouldn't be able to see edit and delete. And really it should only be for the user who owns that. So let's go ahead and write the code first. I guess we should test it. Then we'll log in to make sure that it's actually working. Essentially what we need to do is we need to add a little if statement around all of this. So I'm going to do our percentage signs here. And we'll say if user.id 2 equal signs. If it's equal to the haul.user.id, then go do the following. And then we'll have our end if right there at the bottom. Okay, so we'll save this. Let's go back and check this out, reload. And look at that, it's not showing up because we're not logged in, we don't own it. Let's say I log in under Matt. Now when I go to the dashboard into those cat videos, that same Hall of Fame /2, well, look at this. Now the buttons are showing up. So, at least in my opinion, this is all completely functional. Something cool that we could do here, you don't have to do this, but we can just make it that much easier for someone who has a Hall of Fame to delete one of their videos. We could add a little delete button here, again, only if they are the logged in user. So we're going to kind of copy this chunk of code here. So we're going to say, all right, after you've added the video title down there, we're going to also do a little if statement here. And basically we're going to say, all right, if you're the logged in user, let's give you a button to delete something. So it's going to be one of these A tag buttons. So we'll just copy and paste that. The URL for this should be deleting a video, which let's go and find that. So under video, delete underscore video. All right, so we'll paste that in there. This needs to be instead video.id. And instead of button primary, we want this to be button danger. And we'll change this to just say delete. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save this. Let's come back, reload the page here. And look at that, we get this cool little delete button. So when someone's looking at their own Hall of Fame, they're like, you know what, at the Mario levels, it just didn't add up to scrutiny, whatever it is. Like they can hit the delete button. That's going to take them to go delete that particular video. Okay, so back to the CRUD, right? We have the create, we have the read. Let's talk about the update. So if someone wants to edit their Hall of Fame, they hit the edit button here. Really the big thing is that they can, change the title. We've also provided an option for them to delete this. Again, this is going to be about all that we need, although I'd like to use the new form styling. So let's go ahead and change this. We're going to move, let's first go to our create hall. We're going to copy all this code for displaying the form. Then let's go to our update hall, replace the form with that. Let's go ahead and save, reload the page here. Yes, that's looking a lot better. I don't like this save button and the delete this Hall of Fame. I wish there was kind of a space between there, so I'm just going to do a little BR tag, save and reload. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, so we're just flying right along here, right? So we have the create, the read, the update. Let's talk about the delete. So let's say someone does hit delete this Hall of Fame. Do we have everything that we need? Are you sure you want to delete this Hall of Fame cat videos? This is completely ready to go, right? Like the form is just a straight up delete button. We have this nice link to go back and they can check it out if they wanted to. But we've also got the delete. So let's test out the delete functionality. Let's go back and let's say, so I want to go to my dashboard here. Like we have one of these. I'm going to say, you know what, cooking videos, never really added any videos. Let's just get rid of it. Now I'm going to delete that. Bam, takes me back to the dashboard and those are gone. Okay, well, we're really just moving right along. We have the CRUD functionality for the halls ready to go here. We're just going to keep moving through our site and make sure it's all polished.